Pakistan, the most beautiful country you never considered. If you've ever dreamed of waking up to snow-dusted peaks, wandering through ancient trade towns, or sipping tea while locals share stories that could fill an epic novel, then Pakistan's north is calling your name. And trust me, it's not just calling, it's practically shouting in the friendliest, warmest way possible. When most people think of Pakistan, the first images that come to mind are probably not soaring mountains, crystal blue lakes, and hospitality so genuine you'll feel like family. But that's exactly what you'll find in the country's northern regions, from the lush Hunza Valley to the almost mythical Fairy Meadows and the historic crossroads of the old Silk Road. And before we set off, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more hidden gem destinations just like this. If you're already part of the Prudent Traveler family, welcome back. You know we go deep into places most travelers overlook. Over the next few minutes, I'm taking you through a journey that blends jaw-dropping landscapes, rich history, and travel costs so low, you'll wonder why you haven't packed your bags yet. We're talking about mountain passes that feel like the edge of the world, villages where life hasn't changed much in centuries, and people who treat strangers as honored guests. Day 1. Arrival in Islamabad. You'll most likely land at Islamabad International Airport, a surprisingly modern and efficient gateway to the north. For many nationalities, visa on arrival is an option if you've completed the online form beforehand. From the airport, a taxi into the city costs between $15 and $20. Before rushing to the mountains, spend a night here. Islamabad is not the chaotic, honking, never-sleeping capital some might expect in South Asia. It's green, spacious, and laid back. Locals like to say it's half city, half park. Start your evening with a stroll in Fatima Jinnah Park, then head to Faisal Mosque. It's not only one of the largest mosques in the world, but its architecture is unlike any other. Later, enjoy a traditional dinner at Monal Restaurant in the Margalla Hills, watching the city lights sparkle far below. Accommodation runs from $25 for simple guest houses to between $80 and $120 for polished hotels. One traveler I met here, an Australian photographer, told me he only planned to pass through, and ended up staying 3 days just because the city felt unexpectedly relaxing. If you've visited Islamabad before or know hidden spots worth checking out, drop them in the comments. You might just help someone plan their perfect first day. Day 2. Journey to Hunza Valley. Next, it's time to head north to the legendary Hunza Valley. You can fly from Islamabad to Gilgit in about an hour. Tickets run between $80 and $120 if booked early. And here's the fun part. It's one of the most scenic flights in the world. On clear days, you'll see Nanga Parbat from your window, its summit towering above the clouds. From Gilgit, it's a 2-hour drive to Karamabad, the heart of Hunza Valley. This valley has been a meeting point for travelers and traders for thousands of years. Merchants from China, Central Asia, and the Indian subcontinent once passed through here, exchanging not just goods, but ideas and traditions. Karimabad itself is postcard perfect. Imagine ancient forts framed by 7,000-meter peaks and orchards heavy with apricots. In the evening, wander up to Baltit Fort. At over 700 years old, it's a treasure of wooden architecture and history. The entry fee is around $3, and a local guide will bring the place to life with tales of rulers, battles, and intrigue. You can sleep in a family-run guest house for between $25 and $40, or go boutique for between $80 and $100. And if this kind of hidden, mountain-ringed beauty makes your heart race, give this video a like. It helps more travelers discover the Pakistan they never knew existed. Day 3-4. Exploring Hunza. Hunza deserves time. Rise early for Eagle's Nest and watch the first light spill over Rakaposhi, Ulter Sar, and Ladyfinger Peak. It's the kind of morning that resets your perspective on life. One afternoon, test your nerve on the Hussaini suspension bridge. It's just wooden planks strung across steel cables. The wind whistles through, and beneath you, glacial waters churn. It's been called one of the scariest bridges in the world, but locals, including schoolchildren, cross it daily like it's nothing. Back in Karimabad, visit Altit Fort, older than Baltit and now lovingly restored. The village below is a maze of cobbled lanes where stone houses have stood for generations. Food here is pure comfort. Chapsharo, a kind of meat pie, is perfect after a chilly morning walk. In summer, apricot soup is light and refreshing. You can eat well for between $3 and $6 per meal. I remember talking to a British couple in a small Hunza cafe. They had come for a week and were already planning a return trip before they even left. It's the combination, they said. The views, the kindness, the quiet. We can't find that back home. If you're watching this thinking, I've got to try that, let me know in the comments which Hunza dish you'd go for first, chapchuro or apricot soup. Day 5. Attabad Lake and Passu cones. Just an hour from Karimabad lies Attabad Lake. Born in 2010 from a landslide that blocked the Hunza River, it's now one of the most photogenic spots in the region. A turquoise lake set against bare, rocky cliffs. Take a boat ride for $5 to $7 or sip tea in a lakeside cafe as reflections ripple on the water. From there, drive north along the Karakoram Highway, called the eighth wonder of the world. The Passu cones, jagged, pyramid-like peaks, rise dramatically against the sky. This stretch is dotted with villages selling fresh apricots and walnuts. If you're up for adventure, you can trek across the Passu Glacier with a guide. It's challenging, but unforgettable. Stay the night in Passu. Lodges here run between $20 and $40. And hey, if you're enjoying this journey, share this video with a friend who needs a fresh travel idea. You might be the reason they fall in love with Pakistan. Day 6. Khunjerab Pass, the roof of the world. From Passu, it's a spectacular drive to Khunjerab Pass. At over 15,000 feet, it's the highest paved border crossing in the world. Here, Pakistan meets China on a windswept plateau. Even in July, snow clings to the peaks. The road winds past herds of yaks, grazing ibex, and, if you're very lucky, snow leopard territory. Entry to Khunjerab National Park costs around $2 for locals and $8 for foreigners. A Canadian motorcyclist I met here said this was the single most dramatic road he had ever ridden, and he'd done the Alps, the Andes, and the Himalayas. But this, he said, this feels untouched. Return to Passu for the night. Day 7, 8. Fairy Meadows. Now, to one of Pakistan's crown jewels, Fairy Meadows. Drive back towards Raikot Bridge, then take a thrilling jeep ride up a narrow, twisting dirt track. It's not for the faint-hearted and costs between $50 and $60 round trip, usually shared between travelers. From the drop-off point, hike for about 3 hours through pine forests. The reward? Meadows so green they look painted, with Nanga Parbat, the killer mountain, towering nearly 27,000 feet above you. Stay in a simple wooden hut or camp for between $15 and $25. Sunrise here is magical. The first rays catch the mountain's face and turn it golden. I've seen people stand there speechless for minutes, unable to take it all in. If you'd brave that hike for this view, type Fairy Meadows in the comments. I want to see how many of you would go for it. Day 9. Gilgit. On your way back south, spend a night in Gilgit. This town has been a cultural crossroads for centuries. Visit the 7th century Karga Buddha, carved into a cliff, and browse the bustling bazaar where you can pick up hand-woven carpets, gemstones, and traditional wool caps. It's a good chance to enjoy a more urban flavor of the north before returning to the capital. Day 10. Return to Islamabad. Fly or take the scenic road. The road takes all day, but it's a fitting farewell to the mountains. If you have time, visit the Murray Hills or Margalla Hills National Park. Travel costs and tips. If you're traveling simply, expect to spend about $30 per day. For more comfort, budget between $80 and $120. Meals rarely exceed $6, and transport is affordable, though mountain roads can be slow. Best time to visit? Between May and October. Winter is harsh, with snow cutting off many areas. Pakistan is conservative, so dress modestly. Long sleeves and trousers are appreciated, especially in rural areas. And the biggest tip: expect hospitality that feels unreal. In the north, strangers might invite you home, serve tea, and refuse payment. As one American traveler told me, "I came for the mountains, but I'll come back for the people." By the end of this trip, you'll understand why Pakistan is the most beautiful country you never considered. Mountains that scrape the sky, history that whispers through ancient forts, handshakes that feel like home, and all at a fraction of what you'd spend in the Alps or Rockies. If this video has opened your eyes to Pakistan's beauty, subscribe for more off-the-radar adventures, hit like if Pakistan just made your bucket list, and share this with someone who needs a little travel inspiration. So, what's stopping you? Pack your bag, keep your mind open, and get ready to meet the Pakistan that just might steal your heart and your return ticket. Until next time, this is Prudent Traveler signing off.